What's going on, y'all? Um, Today is a different video. I have not been posting in the last couple of weeks. I've just been kind of busy, but I'm gonna be getting more consistent. Thinking about uh, let's do Galaga. Galaga is something I grew up on. Even though it did come out, it is ahead of my time. I am an '01 baby, so yeah, I'm an '01 baby. But Galaga, something I grew up on. My dad had his old Atari over at my grandparents' house, so I grew up on it. You know, he had that. He had the Nintendo 64 over there at my grandmother's house, my grandfather's house. So I kind of grew up on it, and I was just playing a little bit. My mom told me to play Centipede. I just recently got this. I called my mom, and I was telling her I got this for me and my wife. Because we don't. Let's see which one. I mean, probably just play this version. Um, because my wife and I, like, we're not always able to go out. We need to have some kind of date night, and this will be fun. 1995 is this version. Cool. This is probably the one that I grew up playing. I was just playing this a few minutes ago. Then I started playing some Pac-Man. But this was my wife isn't great with all games, so this is probably something where this is two player too, where I can probably find where me and her can probably find some games where it's what's it called? Oh yeah, this isn't the version that I grew up playing, but I was just playing a version, and it probably is. But yeah, but this would be perfect for like a date night for me and my wife, and me just having this. Oh, also, obviously, if you haven't realized, this is on that new game stick that came out a couple years ago. I finally got it. It was only 40,000, only 40,000. That's crazy. It was only $40 on Amazon, and ah, oh yeah, I died there. Yeah, only $40 on Amazon, and this was very cheap for 20,138 games or something like that. 20,100 something, I want to say. Oh man, I was trying to chase them down, and that's one thing that's good about this. It's going to teach patience for when me and my wife have kids. It's going to teach them patience. So just like that right there, I shouldn't have done that. I'll just try this version. I think I'm gonna go try the other version again. I think I was playing Destination Earth. No, I was playing one of these right here. Man, what's the difference? Atari 7800, Atari 7800, 1987. I don't know which one I was just playing. I know I was just playing this one, but I'm talking about before I got on the video. Let's try this out. I think this is the one that I was just playing from 1984. This is the one that I grew up on, even though I'm an '01 baby. Um, I am 25, and this is one of the games that I grew up on. I believe, if I remember right, I was very, very little. I was probably a toddler when I came across it in my grandmother's toy room. We had this thing, we had this room called a toy room over at her place. It was where my great grandfather would sleep in back when he used to live with them before he passed away. God bless his soul. Um, I believe I got to meet him prior to him passing, but I think I was just a baby. I think he helped me when I was a baby. I think that was it. But anyways, yeah. So I mean, if I remember right, I was close. Yeah, if I remember right, I came across it in the toy room, and that was close. Yeah, I came across it in the toy room. I'm very focused, if you can't tell. But this is pretty cool. I like this. This brings back so many memories, and So, anyways, I would come across the either the Nintendo or the Atari. Uh, Hang on, I'm gonna focus. Okay, that's getting. Okay. Okay, cool. I got it. All right. So, anyways, yeah. So they so I came across it at some point, I believe, and it was in the toy room. So I just ended up playing a bunch of it, and there was this one baseball game which I will do some streaming and videos on some other time. Right now it's Galaga, but this brings back so many memories. I grew up with my grandparents. I really miss them. I was around them every day. I called them every day when they left. Um, you know, at some point they're gonna have to die and go to heaven. And I had it took me a very long time to deal with that, but I did put up with it, and I just had to know that they're not suffering no more. They're not in any pain, but I had a great time with them while it lasted. But this is a lot of fun. I'm not trying to change the topic, but just briefly talk about my grandparents. They had a big role in my life. But anyways, yeah, this game is so much fun. Look, um, I think my high score before I left this one to go try Pac-Man before I got on the video. I think it was I think my high score was like 30K or something like that. I think it was just over 30K. I think it was about 31K. Oh, try to get me. I still haven't died yet. I gotta get them put the difficulty level up after this game. Oh man, they finally got me. That's all right. I got 3 more lives. I used to be so confused on the lives when I was a kid. I was like, I always think I had 1 more life left, and then I'll just get mixed up on that. I was like, wait, does that mean I started off with a life? And oh man, I didn't see them at the bottom. Does this mean that I just start off with like 2 lives, or something like that? And no, no, no. If I start off a life at the top, I mean, just starting with, excuse me, and I thought I had like 5 lives, but no, it was always 4 lives. I was just, being a kid, I'm not gonna understand everything when I was a kid. Okay, that was a game. Was that game over? No. Oh yeah, it was game over. That was a fun game. But y'all, I will see y'all in the next video. This was a fun video. I think I'm gonna try Pac-Man next. I was just playing a little bit, but I think I'm gonna try it next. Y'all have a blessed one. Jesus loves y'all. Go ahead and subscribe if you like the content, and I will see y'all soon.